Breaking news from the music world: a legendary groove has fallen silent. The music industry is mourning the loss of James Gadson, one of the most recorded R&B drummers in history and a quiet force behind hundreds of timeless hits. According to Rolling Stone, the iconic drummer passed away Thursday at the age of 86. His wife, Barbara, confirmed the heartbreaking news, revealing that Gadson had recently suffered a fall and underwent surgery. While no official cause of death has been publicly announced, the news has already sent shockwaves through the music community. Artists, musicians, and fans around the world are now reflecting on the extraordinary life and career of a man whose rhythm shaped generations of music. Born on June 17, 1939, in Kansas City, James Gadson's journey into music began at a young age. His father, Harold, was a respected drummer, and young James quickly fell in love with rhythm while watching and learning from him. Growing up in Kansas City's vibrant music scene, Gadson developed his own style early on, blending soul, jazz, and R&B influences into something uniquely his own. As a teenager, he and his brother joined a doo-wop group called the Carpets, marking his first steps into the professional music world. But it wasn't long before Gadson set his sights on something bigger. After serving in the Air Force, Gadson moved to Los Angeles in the mid-1960s, a decision that would change his life forever. The city was buzzing with musical innovation, and it didn't take long for Gadson's talent to stand out. He soon joined the influential Watts 103rd Street Rhythm Band, led by Charles Wright. With the band, Gadson helped create unforgettable tracks like Express Yourself, Do Your Thing, and Loveland. These songs would go on to influence generations and even be sampled decades later by hip-hop artists, including NWA, who famously sampled Express Yourself on their 1989 album Straight Outta Compton. By the early 1970s, Gadson's reputation as a reliable and creative drummer had grown tremendously. He soon began working closely with Bill Withers, one of the most important collaborations of his career. Gadson played on Withers' album Still Bill, which included the timeless classic Lean on Me, a song that reached #1 and later entered the Grammy Hall of Fame. Gadson also performed with Withers during the legendary Live at Carnegie Hall concert in 1972. The performance featured extended versions of songs like Use Me, where Gadson's relaxed yet powerful groove helped create one of the most celebrated live recordings in soul music history. As the years went on, James Gadson became one of the most in-demand session drummers in the industry. He played on nearly 300 gold records, an astonishing achievement that few musicians have ever matched. His drum work powered songs by some of the biggest names in music history, including Quincy Jones, Ray Charles, Marvin Gaye, Aretha Franklin, Smokey Robinson, Natalie Cole, and Paul McCartney. You've likely heard James Gadson's rhythm countless times without even realizing it. His drumming anchored classics like Love Hangover by Diana Ross, I Want You by Marvin Gaye, and I Will Survive by Gloria Gaynor. He also played on hits like Dancing Machine by the Jackson 5, Got to Be Real by Cheryl Lynn, Cruisin' by Smokey Robinson, If I Can't Have You by Yvonne Elliman, and Don't Leave Me This Way by Thelma Houston. His grooves defined the sound of the 1970s and helped shape soul, disco, and R&B music as we know it today. James Gadson's influence stretched far beyond his own era. Amir Questlove Thompson of The Roots once described Gadson as breakbeats defined, recognizing his incredible contribution to modern rhythm. Even Kendrick Lamar borrowed Gadson's rhythm for Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst from his breakthrough album Good Kid, Mad City. Decades after Gadson recorded those grooves, they were still inspiring new generations of musicians and producers. Despite his massive impact, Gadson remained humble throughout his life. He focused on the music rather than the spotlight. While many drummers sought fame, Gadson quietly built one of the most impressive discographies in music history. His signature style, laid-back, soulful, and deeply musical, became instantly recognizable to musicians around the world. Even in his later years, Gadson continued working with modern artists like D'Angelo, Justin Timberlake, Harry Styles, and others. He also appeared on Black Messiah by D'Angelo and the Vanguard, alongside renowned drummers like Questlove and Chris Dave, further proving his timeless talent. Jazz guitarist Jeff Parker once shared a memorable moment when he saw Gadsden's drum kit and asked if those were the drums used on Love Hangover. Gadson smiled and replied, "They're the drums on a whole lot of records." That simple answer perfectly captured the quiet greatness of a musician whose influence stretched across decades. From Kansas City to Los Angeles, from soul classics to modern hip-hop samples, James Gadson's rhythm shaped generations of music. His grooves powered some of the most beloved songs in history, and his influence will continue to be heard for decades to come. James Gadson may be gone, but his rhythm lives on forever. Rest in peace to a true legend of music, James Gadson, 1939 to 2026. Thank you for the groove, the soul, and the timeless music that will continue to inspire the world.